Hashtag the little boy who collected stars. Long ago, in a quiet village nestled between green hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a kind-hearted boy named Noah. Noah was 8 years old and loved looking at the night sky. Every evening, after dinner, he would sit by his bedroom window and count the stars. One day, he would whisper, "I want to touch a star." His parents smiled whenever they heard him say that. "Stars belong in the sky," his mother would gently reply. But Noah never stopped dreaming. One summer night, when the moon was brighter than usual, Noah climbed into bed and closed his eyes. As he drifted to sleep, a tiny silver light appeared in his room. The light danced around the walls like a firefly. Then another appeared. And another. Soon, dozens of glowing lights floated through the air. Noah opened his eyes in surprise. The lights gathered together and formed the shape of a beautiful fox made entirely of starlight. Its fur shimmered like diamonds. Its eyes sparkled like tiny galaxies. "Good evening, Noah," said the fox. Noah sat upright. "You can talk?" The fox laughed. "Of course. My name is Astra. Why are you here?" Astra's tail twinkled. "Because the Star Kingdom needs your help." Noah's eyes widened. "The Star Kingdom?" Astra nodded. "Far beyond the clouds, beyond the moon, there exists a magical kingdom where all stars are born." Noah could hardly believe what he was hearing. "Can I see it?" "That is exactly why I came." Astra touched the floor with her glowing paw. Immediately, thousands of silver stars swirled around the room. The walls disappeared. The ceiling vanished. Noah felt himself floating upward. Higher. 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 Past the clouds. Past the moon. Past everything he had ever known. Soon they arrived at a breathtaking place. Floating islands sparkled in the darkness. Crystal towers shone with golden light. Silver rivers flowed through the sky itself. Everywhere Noah looked, stars danced and twinkled. "Welcome to the Star Kingdom," Astra said. Noah could only stare. It was more beautiful than any dream. As they walked through the kingdom, Noah noticed something strange. Many stars seemed dim. Some barely glowed at all. The cheerful atmosphere felt quieter than it should. "What happened?" Noah asked. Astra looked worried. "The heart of the stars is fading." "The heart of the stars?" "It is a magical crystal that gives light to every star in the universe." Noah felt concerned. "What happens if it goes out?" Astra looked toward the horizon. "The stars will slowly disappear from the sky." Noah gasped. The fox nodded sadly. "The Star Queen believes you can help." Soon they arrived at a magnificent palace made of crystal and moonlight. Inside sat Queen Celestia. Her silver crown sparkled brighter than any star. She smiled warmly when Noah entered. "We have been waiting for you." "For me?" Noah asked. "Yes." The queen stood and approached him. Long ago, a prophecy spoke of a child with a brave heart who would help restore the heart of the stars. Noah felt nervous. "But I'm just a boy." The queen smiled. "Sometimes that is exactly what the universe needs." The next morning, Noah began his journey. Astra accompanied him. The queen also sent a tiny flying creature called Spark. Spark looked like a baby dragon made of starlight. He was energetic and loved adventures. Together they traveled across the Star Kingdom. Their first destination was the Valley of Wishes. Millions of glowing flowers covered the valley. Each flower contained a wish made by a child somewhere on Earth. The flowers whispered softly as the wind passed. "I wish for a puppy. I wish to fly. I wish for my grandmother to feel better." Noah listened carefully. The wishes filled him with hope. In the center of the valley stood an ancient tree. Its branches stretched into the stars. A silver owl perched among the leaves. "To continue your journey," said the owl, "you must answer my question." Noah nodded. The owl asked, "What grows stronger the more kindness you give away?" Noah thought carefully. Then he smiled. "Friendship." The owl spread its wings. Correct. A hidden path appeared before them. For several days they traveled through magical lands. They crossed bridges made of moonlight. They sailed across lakes that reflected future dreams. They climbed mountains covered in glowing crystals. Along the way Noah helped many creatures. He rescued a lost moon rabbit. He helped a frightened starbird find its family. He comforted a lonely cloud giant who had no friends. Each time he helped someone, a small golden light appeared inside a crystal pendant the queen had given him. Soon the pendant began shining brightly. Finally they reached the edge of the kingdom. There stood the Tower of Shadows. Dark clouds swirled around its peak. The air felt cold and silent. Astra looked worried. "The heart of the stars is hidden inside." Noah took a deep breath. They entered together. Inside, winding staircases spiraled upward forever. At the top they found the heart of the stars. It was enormous. A giant crystal suspended in the air. But cracks covered its surface. Its glow was weak. As Noah approached, a shadow emerged from behind the crystal. The shadow had glowing eyes. At first Noah felt afraid. But then he noticed something. The creature looked sad. Very sad. "Who are you?" Noah asked gently. The creature hesitated. "My name is Umbra." "What happened here?" Umbra lowered his head. "I did." Astra stepped forward. "You stole the light." Umbra nodded. "I never meant to." He explained that he had lived alone in darkness for thousands of years. He had always watched the stars from afar. He wanted warmth. He wanted friendship. But he was too afraid to approach anyone. Eventually his loneliness grew so powerful that it began absorbing the light around him. Without meaning to, he drained the heart of the stars. Noah listened quietly. Then he walked closer. Astra gasped. "Noah, be careful." But Noah shook his head. He looked directly at Umbra. "You don't need to be alone anymore." Umbra stared at him. "What? You can be our friend." The shadow creature couldn't believe it. "After everything I've done?" Noah smiled. "Everyone deserves a second chance." For a moment, nothing happened. Then a single tear rolled down Umbra's face. As it touched the floor, it transformed into a tiny star. Then another. And another. Suddenly golden light burst from Noah's pendant. The kindness he had shown throughout his journey filled the tower. The heart of the stars began glowing brighter. The cracks slowly disappeared. Light spread across the crystal. Across the tower. Across the kingdom. Across the entire universe. Stars exploded with brilliance. Constellations sparkled. Galaxies shimmered. The night sky was restored. The Star Kingdom erupted in celebration. Music filled the air. Starbirds sang. Moon rabbits danced. Even Umbra smiled for the first time in his life. Queen Celestia held a grand festival in Noah's honor. At the end of the celebration, she presented him with a small crystal star. "This will always remind you that kindness is the brightest light in the universe." Soon it was time to return home. Noah hugged Astra. He waved goodbye to Spark. He promised to visit again someday. Then the stars swirled around him. The palace faded. The kingdom disappeared. And Noah opened his eyes in his bedroom. Morning sunlight streamed through the window. For a moment he wondered if it had all been a dream. Then he noticed something shining on his bedside table. A tiny crystal star. Noah smiled. That night he looked out his window once again. The stars seemed brighter than ever. And whenever he saw them twinkling above, He remembered his magical adventure and the lesson he had learned. The greatest light does not come from the stars. It comes from a kind heart. The end.